Alright guys, this is going to be a little bit of a public service announcement. I want to talk about the recent rash of channels getting channel strikes against them. Off the top of my head, I know Kotaboy32 and I believe 704 Tactical and probably a handful of others recently here, at least at the time I'm making this video, just yesterday, woke up to realize that they had gotten strikes against their channels. Some got enough strikes, i.e. 2, to make it to where their channel was basically just useless at this point, to where all they could really do with it is answer comments for all intents and purposes. There may have been others who got 3 strikes and are now out, and they are no longer in the YouTube game. Some may have just got 1 strike, so they've lost their live chat abilities and that kind of thing. I don't know, it kind of ranges the gambit depending on who got struck and for what and for how many videos. As you guys know, that just happened to me a couple months ago. I went for almost 2 months, about 2 months, not being able to upload videos to this channel, NeverEnuffAmmo. And hopefully, I still can by the time I finish trying to get this video uploaded. Who knows, they might ding me on something else as well. So what I want to do is kind of just share a little bit of, the information that I've gathered through going through this stuff already to maybe help those of you out who either haven't gotten strikes yet or have gotten strikes and you still want to be able to salvage your channel. What do you need to do? What can you do now to help prevent any further damage to your channel? That kind of thing. And I'm just going to tell you guys the stuff I did and hopefully be helpful to some of you guys out there. I've tried contacting some of you guys who've gotten strikes and I haven't heard anything back, because I really do think we need to be sharing information. When you get a strike on a video, we all need to know it, because we need to understand, okay, well now that type of video is no longer acceptable on the platform, which is unfortunate and ridiculous, and I think borders on a violation of freedom of speech, but whatever, that's a whole other discussion. But at least we need to know about it. That's why I've been very public about the videos that I got strikes for, so that way other people can learn from that and understand and not make the same mistakes I did. Now, the videos I got strikes for, one was doing a list of top 5, I believe it was online gun shops, places like Classic Firearms, Bud's Gun Shop, that kind of thing. Now, I had made that video private, which, as I am led to believe, some of these other guys that have gotten strikes were getting strikes on private videos as well, and that should tell you something that we'll go into here in just a minute. But I got a strike for basically giving my top 5 list of places to go buy a gun online. I kind of thought that video might be right in the line and probably would get a strike, so that's why I made it private, but then they hit it anyway. So that's one video that I got a strike for. I did get a strike for basically calling David Hogg a douchebag, but that strike actually got revoked. They took that one back and gave me the video back. I did go ahead and get rid of the video, because all it takes is another person to come along and give it another strike, and then it could just wipe out your channel. So I took that video down. And then the last video that I did was basically a comparison between the amount of people who die all the time in mass shootings versus the amount of teenagers that die because they committed suicide and because of bullying, usually. And I said, look, this is a bigger problem. Bullying is a bigger problem and causes more death than mass shootings do. Simple as that. Never mind the fact that I looked up and there are tens of thousands of videos on YouTube that talk about suicide. Apparently you can't make that comparison. That will get you a strike. Now, what I did is, after I made all my videos private after the first strike and then got a second strike on a private video, I wiped out 2/3 of my channel. I went through my channel and I looked up anything that had to do with AR-15s, AK-47s, parts, assembly, disassembly, talking about where to buy certain firearms. A lot of my stuff was wiped out. Like I said, 2/3 of my channel I had to completely delete. Now, I did go and I ripped it. There's this piece of software you can get called 4K Downloader, which was recommended to me by Tim over Military Arms Channel. It costs, I think, about $15. You can literally rip every video off your channel with one click and it will save it to your computer. So if that's something you want to do, that way you still have the videos, you just remove them from YouTube, that way you can place them on other platforms. That's something I would recommend. But seriously, it's unfortunate that it's like this, but making videos private isn't going to do anything. And anything, again, AR-15s, AK-47s, anything that says buy or budget or anything like that, that anybody could even in some stupid way construe as to mean that you're trying to sell a gun to somebody or get somebody to buy a gun from any place. It doesn't even matter. Those videos have a high likelihood of getting strikes. It's just a matter of time until somebody comes across them. Now, as far as how they're going about this, because there's still tons of videos out there that say, here's how to assemble an AR-15. There's still thousands of those videos out there. Why aren't those videos getting strikes when other channels like mine can get a strike because I said, hey, here's the top 5 online gun stores. Or somebody else, I believe Kotaboy got hit for comparing 2 carry handles on an AR-15. And the reason's pretty simple. The channels that are not getting strikes are not channels that are doing political videos, quite honestly. I believe what's happening is, especially in light of the fact that we're getting strikes on private videos, that tells you that it's not just somebody out there in the community who got offended. That's specifically YouTube and the people YouTube hires to go through their videos. They're looking for specific content, and they have access to private videos that nobody else has access to, and that's what they're doing. And they're going after people who have content on their channels that, while it doesn't violate community service, community terms of service, that kind of thing, they're seeing these videos that are pro-gun, videos that talk about the Second Amendment or talk against liberal progressive ideology or whatever it may be, and then they go through that channel to find things that might actually result in a strike. That's why you're still seeing videos out there that are how to assemble an AR-15. That's because those channels may have nothing else on their channel but a few videos. That may be one of them, or maybe they do have lots of videos, but they don't have anything political that's catching the attention of some of these companies. I mean, they're using the Anti-Defamation League, the ACLU, and lots of these other Southern Poverty Law Center, and all these other organizations to go through these videos. These guys don't know to look up AR-15 assembly. They're not thinking about that. They're looking up more right-leaning conservative ideology and then seeing if people who post those videos also have videos that can result in a strike, and that's how they're going about this. So you're actually better off if you've never done any political videos whatsoever. Problem is, I don't know too many gun channels that have done that, and that's why we're getting strikes. So hopefully that explains everything. Again, AR-15, AK-47, buy, build, budget, gun store, gun shop, anything like that. These are things that you want to be careful of, and obviously don't talk about suicide, because they will find a way to strike you on that. Like I said, that's how I got my second strike. But you need to gut your channel, unfortunately, if you want to keep it on YouTube. And that's a sad thing to have to say, but that is how it's going to have to be. This is the world we live in now, where when it comes to media and the internet and things like that, it is very progressive and very liberal, and we have to keep our voices out there. As far as I'm concerned, me being able to still do political videos, me being able to still do go fuck yourself videos is far more important than any gun videos I can do, even though I love doing gun videos. If it means that I can't do gun videos here and I have to do them over on YouTube or Gunstreamer or Full30 or whatever else, and this larger platform I just do videos where I talk to the camera, because that's really all I can do, at least that is important in my opinion. That's more important than being able to show you guys how to assemble this or assemble that. At least I can still talk to you guys, and we can have discussions, and we can talk about important things like the Second Amendment, okay? And that's unfortunate, as I said 5 times already in this video, but that's the way it goes on YouTube right now. So there you go. There's my little PSA. Hopefully you guys will take this to heart. I didn't, and I almost had my channel shut down 2 months ago. Fortunately, one of those 3 strikes came back for some unknown reason. Somebody at YouTube said, yeah, that doesn't violate terms of service, and that saved my ass. It was pure luck. I'm hoping you guys go ahead and do this now, because 3 strikes and you're out. Clear your channels now, save what you can, do a 4K downloader, rip your channel, save it for another site, but clear your site of anything that could be deemed against community guidelines now, so you don't have to go through the stuff I did, or worse yet, have your channel completely shut down.